Hi everybody, and thank you for joining me today. Today I wanted to do a bit of a product review as well as share what I did for Print Inktober. I didn't finish, unfortunately. Time got away from me, but let me start by sharing with you what I've been doing. So I purchased the Yellow Paper House Junk Journal. And so let me do a review of that first. If you're familiar with the Yellow Paper House products at all, you know that their paper is exceptional quality. Very smooth, very easy to use. So what the Junk Journal is, it's a variety of these papers that they have available. Like this is it feels like a watercolor slash mixed media page. Here you have the typical smooth paper you can expect from Yellow Paper House. So the paper quality is absolutely excellent. Being a junk journal, there are of course a ton of different colors and pattern papers and everything. So that's a lot of fun. Me personally wouldn't use it as a bullet journal. I prefer to have lines everywhere. I mean, you could use one side as your daily or weekly tracker and then one side as your memory keeping. I mean, there are various options available to you. But using it, essentially what I ended up doing was using it as an art journal for my Print Inktober spread. So I really loved it. Ink went on the pages very easily. When I did stamp directly on the page, it was really great. I used my VersaFine ink pad to do most of my stamping. We'll go through that in a second. So right away, the price point, the size, and the quality of paper, like those are all advantages in my mind. The biggest disadvantage, I would say, is this coil. I ran into a lot of problems with this coil. I mean, I could uncoil it, do my projects, and recoil it, but there's quite a few pages, so that could take a while. So biggest disadvantage is definitely the coil. When I was working on this page, one of the things I would do, I'd grab another journal. I don't have one close by, so let me grab this little book and put it underneath to try and make it as even as possible for my hand. You could do this too, I guess. Yeah, you could do that as well. When I did this though, I confused myself and ended up working upside down. You'll see where I did that. So yeah, that's the biggest disadvantage, would be this coil. But everything else I really love. So without further ado, I'll share what I did for my Print Inktober. So Print Inktober, it's just a variation of Inktober. So instead of drawing, you do stamping. I had a lot of fun. I started off using the Inktober prompts, and then I got bored with it. So one of the things I've been really challenging myself on is, instead of procrastinating, so with a lot of the challenges lately, I just get bored, and so I don't finish the project. So what I've been working on is making it my own, doing what I need to do to finish the project, especially since I start with a lot of enthusiasm, which you'll see. And then I just kind of taper off, which is why I didn't finish Print Inktober, because by the time I decided to do my own thing, it was pretty much November. So this is my cover page for October. Michael's die cut, Tim Holtz stencil, distress inks. I used a lot of distress inks for my art journaling, my bullet journaling. I just can't get enough of them. I have a lot of fun. Yeah, stamping. So this was my Print Inktober cover page. I ran into a couple issues stamping because of the coil, but it worked out in the end. So this was when I was still using the prompts and just playing around. This is probably my least favorite, as playing with acrylic paint. Didn't let it dry in time. The stamp didn't like to be stamped on it. It was just a mess. Here I managed to stamp directly onto the page, and as you can see, it's really great. I really enjoyed it. And here's where I did upside down. So here's where I decided that the Inktober prompts weren't for me. So I just started playing with my own designs and what I wanted to do. This is a Tim Holtz stamp. This is the Memento Luxe white stamp. As you can see, it works really, really well on the paper, the yellow paper house paper. More inking and stamping. I ended up gluing the pages together because I feel like it just gives me more freedom to put as much ink on as I want or as I can. And also, I was getting bored with using the same colors. Like doing 2 purple spreads in a row just wasn't for me. So I ended up gluing them together. This is probably my favorite one that I did. This again is this is Dilutions. And then these are just all the stamps I have. And here I'm just playing around. So I have acquired quite a few products in the last year or so. So basically I just wanted to take the Print Inktober opportunity to play with those products. And I actually ended up having a lot of fun. So this was stamped directly on the paper. This was stamped on sticker paper, just so that I could get it to stand out more. Here I did all the coloring with my distress inks. This is all distress ink as well. I just wanted it to stand out a little bit more, so that was my purpose for that. So this was stencil that I just outlined. This was another Dilution stamp. And you know, what I really enjoy is when things go wrong. So this font stamp is actually very, very cheap. And I accidentally squidged up my G. So being an art journal, I was just able to turn it into something useful. But yeah, a lot of this is stamped and colored with stamp inks. I went in with my markers, just Crayola markers, just to add highlights here and there. Had a lot of fun. Some layouts didn't quite work out as I'd hoped, but this one's chaotic, which if you live in LA, you know it's chaotic. And yeah, so that's as far as I got. I'm gonna keep going because I really enjoyed this project. I really want to follow this up because I think it would be really cool to look back on, and I just used whatever prompt I was feeling that day, watching reruns of Friends, struggling with being pregnant with a toddler, LA chaos, early bird, my son started waking up at 5:30 in the morning, so yeah, just whatever I was feeling that day I incorporated into the journal. So I'm hoping to carry on to finish it up and decorate the front. As you can see, it's very versatile. There's a lot you can do with it. I'm having a lot of fun contemplating using the Yellow Paper House undated planner for 2019, but we'll see what life brings. But I'll be posting pictures up on my blog, as well as what I use to complete most of these layouts. So thank you very much for watching today.